Hey, this is Jeff. Welcome back to the Coito Ergo Sum DLC crossover. Last week the plan was to stand here until nighttime and sneak back to Coito del Sol, but I changed my mind. The new plan is run! I realized that even at night there was simply no chance I could sneak around more than a handful of ghost people, and after you trigger the Gala event, the game spawns in a bit more than a handful. More data from the test course gave me an idea for a mod that could theoretically make sneaking viable, in conjunction with the Ghost People Perception Fix mod, and this ramp does not lead back to the roof. Well, we get to see where this street goes at least. Hole in the wall. I might make that mod at some point, but it would be a lot of effort for very little reward in this walkthrough, because as soon as we're inside the casino, the day-night cycle becomes irrelevant. Hello. How you doing? And I really hope my theory about the Cloud Courtyard being the Skyrim door is right. There's the last Dean's stashes. Can't leave without that. Let's get out the binoculars and see if there are any safe zones down there. What am I stuck on? Ladder. Skeleton and a toolbox. Maybe they were trapped in here when the bombs fell and found a corner that was safe from the cloud and starved to death. Or maybe they were surprised by the cloud and died where they were standing. Hello. Alright, dismember them and get out of here before any more of them chase us up here. Alright. Dean's stash is over there. And the toolbox guy is over there. Cross your fingers and hope I'm right about that corner being safe. And it is! So far, so good. Now, what was in your toolbox? Vacuum tube for Coyote. Oh, hey! Coito del Sol courtyard key. It's a good thing I saw that. Alright. Weapon away and run. And there's the XP for the last stash. And now the gate. And that was the right key. Good. Now we just beat feet back to the fountain. Lots of red on the compass. No thanks. Not interested in your timeshare opportunity. Yeah, as I suspected, those inactive speakers we saw the last few weeks are active now, and for every one we saw, there are probably a dozen more I missed. Oh, no. There's one by the fountain. Where is it? Directly over top my favorite vending machine. Great. Danger. What a surprise. Hello. Ow. Dodged right into that one. Dismember him. I guess all the commotion from the Gala event enraged them to the point that they overcame their fear of holograms. Or the fact that I ran right by them and they really want to sell me a timeshare. Well, if they're not going to follow me, I'll use the vending machine on the other side of the fountain. Not that I have much choice because of the speaker. Oh, good. There's a speaker on this side, too. Okay, at least it doesn't cover the vending machine. Where is it? I think it's up there. Yep. Anyway, if I can get a minute of peace, I'm going to replenish ammo and medical supplies. Speaking of Vera, I realized something that might be important. My old way of dealing with copyright trolls was turning off every radio I heard when I was making videos. It recently occurred to me I could just turn down the radio volume in the game settings, which is easier, but it means you never actually heard the Sierra Madre broadcast, or Vera's legendary voice. which will soon become a major plot point. So her voice sounds like...
Everyone, please, may I have your attention? Guests and residents of the villa alike, I ask you to step outside and look to the night sky. It's the moment you've been waiting for, the reason we're all here. The gala event, the grand opening of the Sierra Madre Casino. You are the ones who have made this momentous occasion possible, and for that, we thank you. So raise your glass in celebration. Let music fill the streets, fireworks light the sky, and promise of new beginnings fill your hearts. No matter what your fortunes, no matter what your cares, let go this night and begin again. I suggest you hurry, though. The gates of the Sierra Madre are open, but only for a brief time. After that, the doors will close for the evening's festivities, and won't open again until morning.
Huh. That wasn't the same message you hear in the Mojave. I guess it changes to an announcement for the gala event after you trigger it. I did not know that. And there's the casino up that street. So let's go find our partners. This gate leads directly to the Sierra Madre Casino. Once inside, you may not be able to return to the villa. Do you wish to proceed? Yes, I do. Uh-oh. Looks like the confrontation with Elijah didn't go as planned. Why are there skeletons standing beside me? Maybe I'm supposed to be hallucinating, but it's probably because the level designer didn't bother posing them. Because once the cutscene ends, the physics engine will take care of it. Big pile of XP. Yeah, you're teleported between them, so you're guaranteed to knock them over. There's Vera's hologram.
You inside. Can you hear me? Power's fluctuating, emergency power. Oh, you are in. Good. Thought that might be the end of you. Unfortunately, your friends also found their way here. Knocked unconscious, just like you. Wondering what happened? You were hit by casino security. Detects anything foreign, radioactive. It subdues the visitor, moves them if needed. Getting interference from old recordings. The guests who were trapped here shut that noise off. Looks like the casino moved your friends around once inside. Might be useful, or not. Wonder if they came to help or kill you. Still. My signal should work through the speakers now that you're inside. Welcome to the Sierra Madre in all its glory. This is what the old world stood for, even with bombs about to rain down on them. Now, look at it. Beautiful now its guests are all dead. Better this way. Quiet. How the Mojave should be. Now, with the casino sleeping, it's got places closed off. Won't let you go yet. We'll get there. Trust me. Just need to wake it up.
We'll just loot the lobby first. It's basically one big area with no branching paths or loops, so you really can't get lost. Yet, anyway. Bit of exploration and a look at the quest log will tell you that the only room you can access right now is the casino floor. The other doors are sealed. You can't pick them. Once we start opening up more of the building, they unlock, and then there are multiple branching paths, but this is the hub. And we can't do anything with that terminal yet either, so let's finish looting and head for the casino. Okay, let's go to the casino now, and maybe some of those speakers will be disabled when we get back. Security hologram.
This is the past you're walking through. Few have ever seen it. No one else ever will. I worked hard to get here. It'll give me what I need before I leave, and it'll always welcome me back. Now, look for a way to wake this ghost up. Remind it It's got guests.
As we saw in the clinic, the holograms will aggro if they see you, and they're completely invulnerable to damage, but you can use security terminals to change their patrol routes to make them go wherever you aren't. There are a couple of skill books in here, so I remember it a little better than areas I speed ran or never even visited during the Skill Stash series. We need to throw a switch in an electrical closet in the opposite corner from where we came in, which will power up the casino and disable the security holograms. But you need a key to open it, and I don't remember exactly where that key is. There's the speaker. Don't want to waste pistol ammo. And while we're searching for the key, we might as well pick the place clean as long as we're in here. It's not greed, it's survival. Food, ammo, stim packs, RadAway. Chips are life in this place. Now, the casino floor plan is pretty simple. It's not a maze like some parts of the villa, but there are complications like holograms, speakers, and locked doors. And there's a hologram. I think you can pick some of the doors, but others need keys. The holograms are the biggest problem, and they're kind of a catch-22. You can disable them once you get into the electrical closet, but it'd be a lot easier to get into the electrical closet if you could disable the holograms first. Fortunately, like the clinic, they have emitters you can blow up, if you can find them. I think the gaming tables are back there. Hey, detected is when friendlies spot you. They are actually hostile, right? Right. You have a few seconds to get out of sight before they aggro, but they will turn hostile if you hang around. There's nothing in here I can actually fight, so I might as well put all my weapons away to maximize my run speed and be ready to get out the spears if there's a speaker. You get by him with no problem. And that is emergency door to Cantina Madrid. Nothing we can do with that right now, but it'll be important later. Speaker, but I saw a terminal. Nothing helpful, unfortunately. I mean, we could reassign the hologram patrol route, but I think we can work around them. I was hoping we could disable the speaker. Well, there it is. Radio. Get out of range and get out the spears. Now explore the first room before I forget. Just lore with a bit of foreshadowing about how the gas valves in the kitchen could turn the casino into a giant torch. Spoiler alert, we'll need to disable those valves later. Ammo and chips. Now, the room with the radio. Oh, I remember this. There's a skill book in here, and it's pretty well hidden. It's on top of these cabinets. Tumblers today. Which I don't really need because my lockpick skill is 100, but there it is. Anything else? Where does this go? Downstairs. People trying to get out. Back to the lobby, but it requires a key. Yeah, like I said, the more you explore, the more shortcuts you open up. Now, let's see about that hologram. Oh, good, he's facing the other way. Hide in this corner until he comes back through and scoot on down the hall. Here he comes. Well, that didn't go exactly as planned. But they have a very limited pursuit radius tied to their emitter, so we don't have to go very far to be safe. Chips. More chips. Smooth. Actually, this isn't funny. I reassigned the hologram that was over by the entrance here. And there it is. Any chance I can sneak by? Well, not while it's coming this way. Fortunately, there's plenty of cover, and we're finally in a real interior, so my sneak skill works the way it's supposed to. Just wait for him to go back the other way. There he goes. Excuse me. That's not the gaming tables. Yellow. He's already losing interest. Good. Now, I'll try that again, and don't fall off. I'm not sure if you have to do it this way, but walking on top of these decorative arches lets you avoid the holograms because they don't have much vertical awareness, and it lets you get into the cashier area. And there's the hologram emitter. That'll make life easier. Danger. Oh, that's just for one of them. There's another one around someplace. And apparently they do look up once they're alerted. Let's go over here. Ow. Okay. Let's get out of here and regroup. Hopefully he can't follow me all the way over here. Alright, the emitter's either in the cashier's office or over... Yes, right here. And the electrical closet does indeed require a key, but now we should have some peace and quiet to look for it. And it looks like we have to go into the cashier's office to get it. This is easy with no hologram shooting at you. Here's another skill book, as previously seen in the Skill Stash series. And there's the cashier's key, which opens the door out. Okay, that door's not locked either, so what's the key for? I should really heal my crippled limb. That's my throwing arm. Is this the door? Yes. Hello. Sorry, I'll just be going. Hopefully he can't follow me too far, but it's not the number of paces you walk, it's the emitter radius. So if it's directly over me, you know, on the second floor, he could easily come down here. Hidden. Oh, he's still right there, though. Nothing to see here. Move along. Now the question is, how far does he go? If he's the one we saw up here earlier, he patrols down to the other end of the hall. And again. But yes, this is where we tried to hide behind the door and got caught. So the key we need for the electrical closet must be in that little hallway. Ow. And he is not going to make searching it easy. Any day. Blue. It's losing interest. There it goes. Maybe it's not in the hall. Maybe it's this terminal. Oh! Not that chair. Great. Be executed sitting on my ass. Not the desk either. Click on the... Thank you. Fortunately, the world stops when you're in a menu, so if this is what we need... Oh, sweet! And there's unlock electrical closet door, but nothing about the holograms. So this might be a short-lived victory. Well, we could reset its patrol route, but that only works when they're in passive mode patrolling. They won't just walk away in the middle of a fight. Now... Run away! Excuse me. Hidden already. Well, now I'm curious about what's in that hallway. There's a toolbox and a duffel bag. When it goes back to the room with the terminal, I can check. Come on. Now it's coming this way. Well, there it goes. Wait a minute. Why am I risking this? I just unlocked the electrical closet. I can go through the switch. That disables all the security holograms. Which would have been the pro move, but I was role-playing because Courier Jeff didn't know that. Yeah, that's the ticket. Anything good in here? Take all that. Take the Abraxo for poison. And throw the switch.
You woke it up good. Emitter frequencies lighting up everywhere.
And now there are new holograms, but they're all friendly.
Damn recordings. Dead echoes in the frequencies. Casino security is shutting down, opening up its vendor and gambling programs in the back casino. Still might be something for sale. Maybe something can help you now security's shut down. After you're done looking around, head to the lobby and we'll deal with your friends.
And by the way, last week I said something about not having the recipe to make cloud poison yet. Well, you don't actually need a recipe. I was just trying to use a workbench, and you actually need to use a campfire or a hot plate. And let's buy some doctor's bags to replace the ones I used fighting the security holograms. 2 of them, if should be enough. And now let's go find the blackjack table. In a few minutes, we'll have enough chips to buy anything we need. And that should be it. Yep. Broke the bank at the Sierra Madre. There's a story to tell, my friends. Let's get our comps. Hopefully the final one's something good. Booze and outfits are nice, but any casino in the Mojave gives you that kind of stuff at the halfway point. Drum roll, please. Seriously? Nothing? Well, it's different, at least. Well, now that the security holograms are gone, we can do another sweep for loot, check the toolbox and duffel bag, and then see about the next quest objective. Sierra Madre armor reinforced. Nice. Mine's probably in terrible condition by now, so that's quite the find. In fact, let's put that on right now. Helmets, 2. Oh yeah, much better. Can we repair it with the old one? Yes, we can. Damage threshold of 18 for light armor. Not too shabby. Looks about the same. Maybe some subtle difference in the trim, but I'm not wearing it to make a fashion statement. Another Sierra Madre helmet. And the duffel bag? Well, that's some nice stuff. And a key. That's probably for the door back to the lobby, right? Which was back through the security office here? Yes.
Casino's woken up, paying attention to us. Good. Wondering what happened to your team? Looks like they got moved to other floors. Interesting. Maybe that's why... Oh, yes. Perhaps the casino recognized specific guests, or guests with a voice or look close enough for them to be assigned to that floor. We'll see. Had hoped with the power restored, the systems would fully awaken. Especially the sound archives. But no. Your teammates' callers on each floor are interfering with the systems. It's the white noise filters embedded in their construction. They're blocking the casino speakers, the music. You'll need to recalibrate or destroy each caller. To do that, you need to get close, reset the signal, or blow their heads off. I'll leave the choice up to you. My preference? End them now. They're of no use. After all, it's safe to kill them now, provided you make it quick. You see, the callers don't work inside the Sierra Madre. Well, between floors. Else I'd set off the callers. Be done with it. So find them, deal with them, as long as you're fast and can get off the floor after killing them. The floors, whatever they line this place with, interferes with the caller frequency. So if you kill them, you should have some time to run. Oh, just not sure how long. May not be consistent. More, less, whatever. It doesn't matter. What we need is in the basement. We need to go to the top first and write our fortunes down. After we deal with your team on the other floors.
Okay, lot to unpack there. First, he made a big deal about the sound archives, the terminal at the front desk, which we'll soon discover is because the casino vault has a voice print lock. Second, killing our partners isn't suicide anymore, but neither is them killing us. Hopefully not relevant to Courier Jeff, but maybe very relevant if you took a less friendly approach when convincing them to help. And finally, we either need to convince them to let us recalibrate their collars or kill them, so we can access the sound archives. That'll let us splice together a deepfake of Vera saying the passphrase so Elijah can get into the vault. Now, the game wants us to go after Dog first, or I guess technically that's what Elijah wants, since he's hacking our Pip-Boy to give us map markers and instructions. It's all kind of meta. But anyway, I'm not going to do that. Where's that door go? Oh, this is where those people were trapped, near the casino first aid room, I think. Anyway, Courier Jeff wouldn't be particularly worried about Dog because he wants Elijah dead. Or rather, God wants Elijah dead, and Dog would obey Elijah if he got hungry enough to come out of the cage, but either way, they seem nice and predictable. And yes, that was the first aid room. I'm even less worried about Christine, since we're best buds now, and she also wants Elijah dead. But Dean's been planning his own heist for 200 years, and while I like him, I don't trust him one little bit. Courier Jeff strongly suspects he'd use any or all of us, Elijah included, to get the treasure, so he's the loose cannon. It's a good thing I saved before going into the theater. The game crashed, so let's try that again.
If that ghoul's still alive, correct that. Or break him.
Different loot. Damn it, I should have loaded the autosave. There was a vacuum tube in there last time. Too late now. This terminal has a password we need. And forgive me if I don't roleplay this being new to Courier Jeff. Vending machine down there. Dead guy over here with the password for the reception terminal if you don't have high enough science skill to hack it. Speakers all over the place. Several of them in the theater itself are shielded, so you can't blow them up. There's loot behind the counter, including medical supplies. What did I just pick up? I wanted the cigarettes. Probably that scotch. Drop it. It has a decent weight-to-value ratio, but hologram vendors only trade pre-war money, and I always spend too much time trying to balance the trade so I don't lose money. Whereas drugs I'll never use have a weight of 0, so I can carry them back to the Mojave and sell them for caps. Anyway, the key we need is in Vera's sheet music, right here, and when we take it, Dean will force greet us. Hello?
You, partner, are you a sight for sore eyes? Unfriendly crowd tonight in a lethal way. If you could calm the house down, I'd be grateful.
Well, he said it. He's supposed to force greet us, but it didn't initiate dialogue. I don't think the game's feeling well. Last time he gave us detailed instructions about what we're supposed to do and where the speakers are backstage, so let's just assume he told us again, and it's not that Courier Jeff is psychic. And this is his dressing room.
Hey, you found my old room. I mean, it's a little small. And hey, watch the hands in there. I remember where I left everything. Got it?
I don't know if stealing anything from in here counts as disrespecting him and locks us into a bad ending, but better safe than sorry. We'll come back after we recalibrate his collar. Courier Jeff obviously doesn't want to kill him because maybe he was shady before the war, but looting a place where the owners have been dead for 200 years, who hasn't done that? I don't want to kill him because we get a lot of information directly from the horse's mouth that we'd have to piece together from other clues and maybe still not have the whole story.
Maybe I can shut down these ghosts using the stage manager's old term. Damn it! Well, so much for that idea.
If you disrespected him at any point, he's not very talkative, and you have to kill him to get the key you need to complete the quest. Oh, I hope the fact that he didn't initiate dialogue when we picked up the sheet music doesn't mean a bit flipped somewhere and now we're going to get the bad ending. And I forgot the key to Vera's dressing room is in Dean's dressing room, right here. No, I'm pretty sure I had to kill him during the Skills Dash series because I was speedrunning and didn't get the good ending for anybody. And he force-greeted me there too, he was just a lot less friendly. Vera's radio. Still beeping. That's probably the speaker on the wall in the theater. But we can turn them off with this terminal. Power off ambient audio system. Now get Vera's key.
Hey, you're making real progress. Good. Look, that's Vera's room. So careful what you touch in there. Be respectful.
If by respectful you mean don't do anything perverted with her underwear, we're golden. But I am going to take any bobby pins, chips, meds, anything else useful. You may have noticed she had a picture of Dean on her desk, casting further suspicion on Dean's little act a couple weeks ago where he pretended like he barely knew her. And now that we have the key, we need to go up to the projection booth and turn on the entertainment hologram, which will turn off the security holograms. Should probably be sneaking. Since we're in a real interior, shouldn't be a problem. Although, I am going in and out of detected. Hopefully I'll be out of sight before they turn red and aggro. Yeah, we're fine. And here's the projection booth. There's a skill book in here. Speech. Already 100, but very valuable, so we'll take it. Purified water. Toolbox. Vacuum tube. Cool, that makes up for the one we didn't get in the reception desk. And here's the projector. Now, when we do this, a hologram of Dean is going to start singing, and it's copyrighted music. And it's on the game sound effect channel, so having my radio volume all the way down in the game settings won't make any difference. So I'm going to mute the game audio until it's done. There go the security holograms. According to the notes and the holotape we picked up in Vera's room, it's a song Dean wrote for her called I Saw Her Yesterday, but what plays is Something's Gotta Give by Bing Crosby, which is a cool song if you're into that big band swing kind of thing, but you've probably heard it 100 times on the strip and elsewhere, so we're not missing a unique song that was created for this mission or anything.
Now, deal with the ghoul. This has gone on long enough.
Nice job. Good thing I was distracting them while you flicked them off. We're a good team. I run the show while you run the box office. Oh, those electric ghosts aren't the kind of audience I like at the best of times. At least the ones in the villa had manners. Don't even know how I ended up here. Guess the casino still recognizes guests, even after all this time, huh? How's that for history?
Are you all right?
Yeah, now. Talk about a captive audience. Or captive entertainer. Whatever. Look, I'm more about the short goodbyes than long, thankful speeches. But I appreciate you bailing me out of a tight spot there, partner. I know you didn't do it out of the goodness of your heart. So let me give you something a little more practical. A way we both come out ahead.
What do you mean?
I'm not an idiot. I know the reason I'm in here now is because of the old guy. And you. And you're wearing a collar, so I trust you a little more than the old guy. He's more controlling than I'd like. Thing is, here's where being my partner pays off. See, I know how to get into the casino vault.
What do you mean?
There's a private elevator, Sinclair's elevator. It's up in the executive suites in Vera's room. Not a coincidence. Vera. She was my other partner before the bomb. Took some legwork. Some convincing made it happen.
How so?
Sinclair was already puppy-eyed, so all I had to do was the introductions. She smiled, fluttered her eyes, showed a little leg. And he built this whole place for her. Made her the key to his vault, like a joke, 'cause of her name. Her fake Hollywood name. Except Sinclair didn't know I'd been there first. I could twist her whatever direction I wanted.
Go on.
All she had to do was get inside the Sierra Madre for the gala, then use her voice to open the door. After that, smooth sailing. Would have been the biggest heist in history. Sinclair left holding the bag. Ruined.
So what happened?
The bomb. Vera got sealed in here. A few 100 years go by, give or take. Almost the end of the story. Then you came along. Now we finish the job. Rob the Sierra Madre, rip out its heart. Last chapter of Frederick Sinclair. Close the book.
What was your problem with Sinclair?
Problem? All high and mighty, lording it over everyone, acting so self-righteous, like nothing could touch him. He was the one with the problem. Never got mad at anything, nothing seemed to shake him. Even after his life kept getting dragged through the dirt. Always kept looking for the bright, shining future in everything. So I decided to take everything from him.
But what did he do to you?
Do to me? What, weren't you listening? He thought he was better than me. Don't believe me? Look around. This big casino, this big colossal monument. Think it was for some woman? No. All ego, all self-righteous in lights, fit him perfect. Had to take him down a few pegs, bring him down to my level. Begin again? Some things you don't get up from. I was going to prove it.
Forget Sinclair. Vera was the key. She's dead. It has been for 200 years.
I only saw her yesterday. Well, a few yesterdays. The one who makes all the hand signs, a little tight around the corners of her mouth. I put her in the clinic, tuned her like an instrument. If she heals up, it's not going to be her voice speaking anymore. That is, if the Sierra Madre didn't get her. If it did, well, there's enough of Vera around for me to spend a few years piecing a book together.
And if she is alive?
Then she can make some beautiful music. I'm not banking on it. So here's the short of it. Piece together Little Miss Vera Key's song in the right order. Sierra Madre opens its legs. We're in business.
All right. I'll head out and see what I can do on my end.
Go! Knock yourself out. I'm just going to catch my breath a bit. That performance, well, more pressure than I was expecting.
So, Courier Jeff doesn't like Dean anymore. I might even seriously consider killing him, but I wouldn't want to deprive Christine of the pleasure. Or, if she forgives him, it's her call. I can now ransack his dressing room without it bothering my conscience, though. Now, Dean insinuated that he coerced Vera into helping with his plan to rob Sinclair, and that'll be confirmed big time later, which brings us to some of the Coito Ergo Sum crossover content. We don't know exactly what information Dean used to blackmail her, other than it was a youthful indiscretion, and a lot of people have speculated that it was her addiction to painkillers. But to the best of my knowledge, that's never explicitly stated in the game. It's just like a fan theory. But here in his safe, added by the crossover mod, is a blackmail note. And a vintage Lollipops magazine, issue number 1, which has had a woman named Vera on the cover since the Quo Vadis mod, but was never confirmed to be Vera Keys until the Coito Ergo Sum DLC crossover. The painkiller theory never held water for me, because, as we'll discover later, at the time of the Great War she was terminally ill, so painkillers wouldn't have been that big of a scandal. So let's read it. There's actually blackmail evidence, a recording of his voice.
Pretty as a picture.
Presumably so we know the text note isn't a forgery. And the note itself. I ran across this memento of your salad days. Your fans are surely already aware of it. They may not be aware of your rumored indiscretions after the photo shoot. But what of it? A young starlet having a tryst with an up-and-coming publisher? Hardly shocking by tabloid standards. Unless, of course, that publisher happened to be on trial for treason. It would be unfortunate to be associated with such a person in this political climate, to be sure. Now, there's way too much Coito Ergo Sum backstory to unpack right now, but he's talking about Larry Slater, founder of Lollipops magazine, who was indeed accused of treason in the months before the Great War, and guilt by association is very much a thing in the Fallout universe. And now my run key is stuck on. What's going on? The game's having a very bad day today. Anyway, I know Dead Money was already out when I made Quo Vadis, but I genuinely can't remember if the cover girl Vera was intended to be Vera Keys from day one, or if the name was just a happy coincidence when I made Coito Ergo Sum. Either way, the idea that shortly before the war nobody wanted to touch Larry with a 10-foot pole made a lot more sense to me than the painkiller theory as something worthy of blackmail.
You've got one of the floors reestablished. Good. Accessing the music archives now. 2 more to go. Oh, it seems the casino has uninvited guests. The villa inhabitants were pounding at the doors. Deal with them, and don't try and leave yourself, or I'll let the collar do its work.
Damn it! Hit the wrong hotkey. Oh good. Epic VATS fail. Alright. I think I'm gonna mop up the ghost people who broke in and call it a day. One last thing I want to do. If Dean's right and Christine's voice can open the vault, we may not need the deepfake, but if you made Christine your enemy, this terminal is where you do it. And activate holographic greeter. Was that always there? Activating security holograms to help with the ghost people. You know, the cure might be worse than the disease, but a friendly hologram can't hurt. And now we have 1 of 3 recordings we need, just in case Christine can't or won't help us open the vault. And there's the holographic greeter. It'd suck if she turned hostile, but what are the chances of that? Anyway, I'm going to save here behind Vera, and we'll see about recalibrating the other 2 callers next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.